Following video is for educational purposes only. Actually, that's a lie.
Is ick when girls have good relationships with their fathers. When they don't have relationships with their father, they know how to put it down.
No, what's really going on is women who don't grow up without fathers usually start earlier and get more experience. Furthermore, as a male in your late teens, early 20s, you are already in your sexual prime. One of the worst things you as a male would have dealt with in puberty would have probably been getting that random, awkward hard-on in the middle of algebra class. Women, on the other hand, start puberty with a period. They do not enjoy that. So men enter their sexual prime at an earlier age. Women do not reach that point until their late 20s, early 30s. On the other hand, many psychological experiences have shown that men in their 30s are actually deemed as more attractive to women than men in their 20s. And ironically, women in their 20s are also deemed the most attractive by men of all different age ranges. So yeah, much of what you understand about age gap relationships has to do with stigma, but if you remove that and really look at the science of it, you'll find something interesting. There's benefits for both sexes. Though personally, I wouldn't recommend doing it until you're at least over the age of 21 so that you understand how the adult world actually works for a little bit first.
When she's bad at giving it, because I feel like I could do a better job, like on the low, maybe on the high, I don't know. I'm not gonna though.
No judgment here, Kuya.
That make less money than me.
Why do you say that?
Because why are you as a man making less money than me? Like, you're a man.
And this is why the wage gap is actually quite voluntary. Women make 80% of financial decisions despite earning considerably less than men overall. The fact of the matter is, men are expected to provide and women are not. One might argue that oftentimes women just want equal rights, power, and privilege without equal expectations, responsibilities, or consequences. Men statistically are more willing to work longer hours for jobs that they don't even like. And that goes double for those who are married with kids. The reality is, up to 70% of women still expect men to be the provider in most relationships, no matter what. But until women get out of this mindset, there will always be a wage gap because men will always be more competitive in the job market.
When I see a guy waiting for the elevator, it's not cute. Walk up the stairs.
You know, personally, I already take the stairs. Half the times it ends up being faster anyway. With that being said, I am in really good shape and work out multiple times a week for hours on end. With that being said, there are varying disabilities that might prevent someone from being able to use the stairs. And they aren't always in a wheelchair or using a cane or other walking device to help them get around.
And a guy has an umbrella. I mean, come on.
No, the umbrella is so girly. It's like just walking
It's so
around.
girly. Like the girls with the
You don't want to
umbrella.
get your hair messed up? Okay.
Yeah.
So, is the umbrella supposed to be some kind of fashion accessory? The umbrella has a legitimate mechanical function, and not everybody likes getting wet. In fact, most people don't. What, are you worried about your hair getting wet? And a lot more than that. Personally, my biggest ick is women who are afraid of getting wet.
When the dudes say they gonna pick you up and they come in the back seat, like,
I got another in the car with you. Why you gonna pick me up?
like where I'm sitting in the trunk.
You sit in the back seat on a limousine. You sit in the back seat when you take an Uber. If you're carpooling, there's only one passenger seat. And if it's a double date, whoever's driving is probably going to want to put their girl in the front seat. You ought to just be thankful that they were willing to arrange the ride to begin with.